Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Blaine and you're watching Flatbroke Outdoors. And this is Butch, and his is Before It's Too Late Outdoor Adventures. We're doing a collaboration. We are going to be here. Well, Butch came yesterday, so he's got
Yeah,
a night on me, but we're going to be here for 5 nights,
5 nights.
5 more nights. And somewhere along the lines, I don't know if it'll be this video or the next one, but we're going to do a Thanksgiving video like we did last year. So if you've been watching our channel as long, you saw that one. But it'll
And
be a
it
be a
was
good
good
goings
food.
on. We'll have a little different spread than we had last year, but it'll be all the Thanksgiving food that you used to have.
Traditional.
Yeah, most of it. So I think I forgot cranberry sauce.
I, I'm leaving. Bye, y'all.
He's gonna have to pack up.
How you gonna eat leftover turkey on a roll without some cranberry sauce?
I don't know, man. I don't know what I was thinking. Hard enough time getting out of the grocery store with any money left in my pocket.
Man, you ain't kidding.
Doggone groceries have gone up. But we're going to make the best out of this deal. It's a lot cooler now than it has been the last few trips we've been together.
Yeah,
We've actually camped more, we've done more collaborations this year than we have
yeah.
in a long time.
Well, it's because you've been back and forth, and
Yeah, I've been
you know
just coming
this is.
through. Yeah, been handy.
Yeah,
So we just got lucky to have this much time at one time to do this.
yes, we did.
Seems like last Thanksgiving we did what, 6 nights,
Yeah,
but in a few different places.
yep. Because we were up to state park and we went to a county park. And
One of the things we're up against now that wintertime is setting in, a lot of these campgrounds are closing for the
yep,
winter. Some that have not ever been closed for the winter. And I ran into the same thing in Wisconsin. I was going to go camping there 2 nights ago, but the place where I've been going, they were shut, closed down for the winter, open back up in
yep.
March or April or something. So I don't know if it's due to cutbacks and they don't have enough people to move snow or what the whole problem is, but that's what
Well,
we're up against.
the county I live in, we've camped there a few times. They close all their parks in the winter, and the parks we camp at, when we camp over there, or when I do especially, they don't even have water. All they have is electricity. So it ain't like, they got to worry about the water freezing. But uh, somewhere around the 1st of November into October, they close the parks. And
It's changing. I know that when I used to live here back however many years ago, you could go to most any state park was
yeah,
wide open in the
right.
wintertime. If you were bold enough to be out there in that snow and cold, you had
Yep,
you could, and we did a lot. We used to hunt right from a campground,
yep,
hunt right in the campground. But those days are long gone. So
yeah.
I guess, will be. I'm a lot closer to a national forest than Butch is, but it's still to get to the closest national forest from my house in Wisconsin is 2 hours. That's as quick as I can
That's
get there. I'm kind of spoiled. I'm used to being in the
living in national forest,
yeah, right on the edge
liter-
of it. So anyway, so I don't know exactly what the wintertime camping schedule is going to hold for either one of us. I mean, we're still going to be out there doing it,
Oh, yeah.
but we might just have to work harder at finding places to do it.
And and like my last video was shot in this park because it's the only thing open, this and Matzel Bridge,
Right.
but it was in a different spot.
Yeah, luckily, this particular area where we're at, there's a few different places you can go, and each one of them looks a little different.
Yeah.
So it's a decent spot, and it's not too far from your house, really,
No,
in the grand scheme of things. It's a little ways from mine, but
yeah, it might be 40 miles round trip, to my house.
that's handy. I'm used to being
Yeah.
in the Ozark National Forest within 10 minutes of leaving my house, and then it's just so many places to camp. Dispersed camping is just everywhere you look. It, and there don't have to be an existing fire ring. They would prefer you to use those kind of sites, and there's a lot of them, but it doesn't have to be that way. I've went back on some of them old logging roads and different things and just made me a camp, and that's the way I prefer to camp. But
Yep.
we have been reduced to taking what we can get right now.
Yeah. Well, you won't disperse camp in Iowa.
No.
You can camp on wildlife management areas, year round, anywhere you want to, but it has to be 100 yards from a hiking trail, parking lot, boat ramp. And by the time I lug all my stuff I got to have to camp, 100 yards, y'all be sending me flowers and cards.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hike nowhere, toting nothing if I don't have to.
No.
I outgrew all of that. I
Yeah.
like, we grew up not having all of the stuff. We every day was we didn't know it was roughing it back then. We just
No,
thought
we
that's
just
what everybody did. But nowadays that would certainly be roughing it to us, and there ain't no need in doing that.
right. You didn't, really, you didn't know they made half the things they made if you didn't see it in Fur Fish and Game or in a
Right?
Sports and Field magazine.
Yep. It didn't exist.
No,
Mm.
but
But anyway, we're gonna have us a good time. We're like I said, we're gonna be here about 5 nights, counting tonight, and we're gonna cook up a bunch of good groceries and burn up a lot of wood.
oh yeah,
And
lots of wood.
sit around reminiscing. We've been having family members dropping like flies lately. Some ones that we
Yes.
used to camping with and hunting with, and it's the circle of life. Folks get old and pass away, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But one of them didn't really have a chance to get old. I don't think he's about 62 or 3.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's the way it goes, I guess.
he might have been a year or two younger than me. I'm 63.
I think he was the same age as JL, so early. Well, not me. I know he was 60. He might have been a year
Yeah.
older than JL or something. But anyway, way too young to be passing on. But we don't really get to control that. We all have an expiration date, and we don't know when it is. But we're gonna try to put as much life into the rest of our lives as we can, because this is what we really like to do: fishing, hunting. Camping.
Yep.
And
And there's a lot of people in this park right here. There is public hunting here in this park, and there have been a ton of people in here bow hunting because bow season's open. We have stood here in this camp and saw more deer than most of them saw sitting in a tree stand.
oh yeah, there's a lot of wildlife through here, and across the river over there. We've been watching them come down on that sandbar. I don't know if y'all can see that sandbar over there or not, but there's a lot of wildlife in this area. Iowa's eat up with wildlife.
It is. It's
turkeys, deer, ducks. It's a good state. I enjoyed the time I lived here, and I killed a pile of deer when I lived here.
Oh yeah.
Well, we both did.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we used to hunt hard, boy.
Yep.
Hunt every day. It didn't take as long to fill tags. So.
Right. That would be the only thing. You'd go hunting and fill all your tags, and then you were done, whether you wanted to be or not.
Yep.
Then you go help everybody else fill their tags.
Yeah, a lot of that. A lot of.
But you can't do that now anymore.
Oh, they don't have that.
No, if you're party hunting, you have to use your own tag, and when your tag's done, you're done.
Wow.
So,
things change. I guess they do all that stuff for a reason. I guess.
oh yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but it ain't. It don't have to, because I'm not in charge.
Nope.
But anyway, I'm gonna get y'all off that tripod here in a second and give you a little tour of what we got set up. For those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, I've been separated from my camping stuff for quite some time. So, I was camping with the bare minimums of stuff I got off of Marketplace on Facebook and different things. And so I guess I got everything I own. Well, the stuff I got at home in the shed, but I have access to most all my camping stuff now. So I'll take y'all on a little tour, and we'll see what's going on. All right, y'all, here's a little tour of what we got going on. Got a few lanterns set up here, all sitting on ready, waiting on go. Y'all might think we're scared of the dark, but we like to light it up with these old classic Colemans. I don't know, I think it's a sickness with us, but I guess because we grew up with Coleman products, we're kind of fond of them. So we got quite a few between us. And this ain't all of them. Me and Butch both got more at home, and I hadn't even got over there to the rest of them. So anyway, here's y'all. Usually when you see us together, you see our little dishwashing station with the hot water heater over there. So that's kind of that setup. And then we got a little wood pile here. And then there's the van cave with more lanterns set up over there. Lord knows we got plenty. And we got us a cook shack set up this go round because it is going to be cold and it's going to be raining. So, or snowing. We ain't quite sure which is going to happen. But anyway, we'll take a little peek in there and see what's going on in the big top. All right. We're heating it with this V4 diesel heater. and we already test drove it. It's working good and heats it up real quick in here. I don't. It's not super cold right now. What is the temperature, Butch? You remember? You ain't got no idea. I believe it's dropped some since then, but we'll get back to you on what the temperature is. But Butch has got his black stone here, and then he's got a propane, and then I got a classic Coleman that I switched over to propane. So we got that, and then got my cook boxes. We got a couple of chairs in here, and then
57 degrees. Feels like 45.
And the reason it feels like 45 is because the wind is howling through here. So, there's Butch's lanterns, and it's going to get way cool tonight, below freezing. So, I don't know if y'all probably seen this on Butch's video, but there's his diesel heater set up. That's where it lives full time. And then you can see he's got the air hose runs back through the cabinetry and gets back there where he resides. And then we'll go over here. And if you've been watching my channel at all, you have seen this setup before. My rooftop tent with my little trailer. And then there's my diesel heater so I do not get chilly. And how I power that diesel heater is with that battery under there. And that is a self-heating battery. So no matter how cold it gets, it's going to operate the same no matter what. Take charge, discharge, all of the above. And then I got my insulated vent hose running up right through that doorway. And the reason I put it so high in that doorway, excuse me, because that heat comes through there, and when I got it down at the bottom, and just cooks my feet, and that is miserable. So anyway, that's kind of the basic setup. I could have just brought my truck, slept in the back of that truck. I don't have it built out yet, but I do have a cot and all the things. I could have made it work, but I was bringing some extra stuff since we're going to be here so long. So I needed both of my refrigerators, one for a freezer and then the other one to keep refrigerated. And Butch has got his full of stuff. So like I said, we got things for the Thanksgiving meal and then our regular food every day. So that's just kind of where we're at, kids. So we'll get back with y'all as quick as we find something to get into. Y'all, I know this camera makes it look like it's daytime outside, but it's really not. We've got a good number of lanterns burning, mostly white gas, and I don't know what Butch is burning in his. I normally burn lamp oil in my lanterns. I think he might have citronella oil in his. But I know these doggone cameras make it look like it's real light outside, and it's really not. And then we got one burning inside the cook shack here. So that one is a 1968 model. And this one here, what we decided this one was, but 71 model. What model is yours over there?
I don't know. I forgot. Because, some days I don't think right.
Huh. We'll see what we can come up with. The date's on the bottom of most of them.
Let me find my CNI goggles.
I'm going to try to film this as he puts a little light on it.
Says 6 of 76.
So 76 model. And I've got another 76 model at home. He got a mantle burning out up there.
Yeah.
Got a hole in it.
I can't afford the good stuff.
There it is. Anyway, so like I said earlier in the video, this old Coleman stuff is just a sickness for us. We can't hardly pass them up if we can buy them right. But that's kind of where we're at now. We hadn't thought about putting any supper together, but I did have some, I think they're Chipotle cheddar brats. Over there, I think we're going to do them on the grill over here. It wasn't too many months ago. We were camped here, and they came with this new setup here, wanting to put it in, but the old raggedy fire pit that was already here we already had a fire going in it, so they skipped us and went down to another spot and put that in. But sometime when we were gone, they finally put it in, and it's going to come in handy tonight. So we'll see what it works like. All right, y'all. We got these bratwurst all cooked up. Butch is gonna put the sauce to them.
Or in the fire.
Look at there, look at there. He pulled him to the left a little bit, ain't he?
I know.
I believe his front end's out of line. Anyway,
Smear it around.
well, a few more minutes, kids. About to be eating time. Good morning, kids. I trust everybody is doing well this morning. It is about 20 after 5, so a little bit early for some of y'all. I personally have been up for a while now. You know, Butch left these lanterns burning last night when we laid down, and we didn't stay up real late, but they still just chooching right along this morning. I got up and built a fire right away, and I put some coffee water on. I hear Butch in here clanging around like he might be finishing up the coffee or something. He's hiding from it. He's got his back to me, you know, because he peed on the rug and I rubbed his nose in it, and that's just where we're at. He won't look at me for a while. Probably till after feeding time. But anyway, oh, it's a beautiful morning. It didn't get near about as cold as they let on it was going to last night. I think it's supposed to get down in the 30s, but I don't know that it ever got out of the 40s, to be honest with you. I know before I climbed up in that rooftop tent, I turned that diesel heater on for maybe, I don't know, it might have been 10 or 15 minutes. When I climbed up there, I couldn't take it no more, y'all. It was hot. I had to open the window. And it didn't take long to cool down, but yeah, I couldn't run it last night while I was sleeping. So there ain't a lick of daylight around, but this is a shot of the river this morning in the dark. Luckily, this iPhone does a pretty good job of gathering light. We just walk down here a little bit. I think we maybe can see it a little better from down here. Oh yeah, that's nice. Or it is if you're standing here looking at it. Well, that didn't do us any favors, did it? Back it back up a little bit. But anyway, beautiful morning here. See if we can get some of these stars. A lot of stars out. I don't know if I can get that moon to focus or not, but we'll look about it. There it is. Well, if any of y'all are the kind of people who don't like to get out and enjoy this kind of stuff, I'll just enjoy it for you. And y'all can watch it on my channel. But anyway, I gotta get back over here. Butch probably got that coffee put together by now. But anyhow, I'm gonna scratch around here and think about putting some, well, I'm probably gonna drink a cup of coffee or two, and then I'll think about putting some breakfast together. All right, y'all, welcome to the best time of the day. You get up in the morning early like this, before daylight, and you get your little fire going, your little coffee in your cup. This is where great plans are made, right here. Ain't nobody messing with you. You don't hear a lot of hustle and bustle. Of course, you know, there's actually a highway not too far over that way, and it's kind of noisy this morning. A lot of semis out there doing their thing, but overall, it's pretty quiet out here. Not much moving. It's pretty nice. There's Butch. I don't know what he's doing inside that tent. He just keeps running in and out. I know I had the heat going. I told him I'm not trying to heat the whole outside, but he keeps running in and out. But anyway, we're still at the stage where it's just, you know, coffee drinking and reflecting. We ain't thought about no breakfast and all that stuff, but, you know, we'll get around to it. who knows what we might make.
Oh, we barely got anything to eat.
No, can't hardly come up with nothing.
Pitiful.
Grits and oatmeal and stuff.
I do have plenty of that.
Yeah, me too. I don't know that I brought plenty, but I got plenty for sure. That last box your wife gave me was all individually packed grits.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I took some of that camping with me, I don't know, last time or a couple of times ago. I like grits, honestly.
I like them if they got enough stuff in them, like cheese and bacon. Or
Yeah, they do need a little something added to them, but a lot of people say they don't like grits and they never had grits.
Yeah.
But we didn't eat grits growing up.
No.
I never had no grits till I joined the Army.
Same way with me.
I remember
most of them came out of a tea ration pack.
Yeah. I remember the old boy in the chow line said, "You want some of these grits?" I said, "I don't know what some of these grits are. I've never seen any." I said, "It kind of looks like multi meal to me."
Yeah.
I said, "What does it taste like?" He said, "Corn." I said, "Well, give me some." It didn't taste nothing like corn.
It tastes like cornmeal.
But when I went and sat down, the old boy said, "I see you got them grits. You probably gonna want to put some butter and sugar and this syrup, whatever you got in there." I tasted them. I said, yeah, I do. I need to put something in there. But after that, I was a fan of grits. I don't mind them. Yeah, being in the Army, that'd teach you to eat some stuff that you ain't never ate before, just because you're hungry.
That ain't no shit.
Oh, man. Well, I wonder what we will get into today. Y'all look what we've got going on here.
Huh?
Butch has got the biscuits made. Well, he's getting ready to cook them, but got them in the pan. I got some bacon frying on the black stone. Working on our second pot of coffee. We got chicken, eggs, and cheese. And
any kind of one hot sauce you want.
Yeah, if you just wanted to have a little bit of hot sauce, we got plenty. And I guess somewhere along the line, we're going to come up with some hash browns after this bacon's done. And it's going to be a good breakfast, y'all.
We ain't if I don't start hydrating them.
Oh, Butch ain't even hydrate them yet. Well, let's think about that. Anyway, we'll see how this all turns out.
When you switch, holidays are better at T-Mobile.
Y'all look here. Got these hash browns and peppers and onions going on right here. I got the bacon did. Look at these biscuits Butch put together. Ooh, Lord, golden brown. Y'all
Took
hear
them
me?
straight out the can and threw them on there.
Yeah, they whop biscuits. You just whop them on the edge of that table and that can pops open. But anyway, we're going to eat good up in here this morning. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, as per usual, we have done a whole lot of nothing today, but the wind has really started to pick up, and we had put this easy up out, and we had only staked the legs down. We didn't tie the top down or anything, so we thought it'd probably be smart to take a little time and batten down all the hatches and put some guy lines out. And also we did on Butch's awning, we put some extra guy lines on that so we don't lose anything, because even if it don't storm tonight, it's going to rain. I think about a 90% chance of snow and rain tomorrow. So we want to be sure we had all of our ducks in a row, because if y'all been watching our channels long, you've seen a few of our tarps blow down and bust up our lanterns and all kind of stuff. So we're going to try to skip that today. And then we did breakfast this morning. I think we just had sandwiches for lunch. And I think we're going to do chili dogs for supper tonight. So that should be interesting. And, each day is going to get a little more interesting food-wise. But, we're going to be here for quite a while. So, we don't want to pull out all the tricks right away. So, anyway, that's kind of where we're at and what we're doing. We were expecting a little bit of a storm to come through, but I guess it must have went around us. It was supposed to come right across here about 20 minutes ago, and it didn't make it. So I think we're pretty safe, and the wind is beginning to calm down a little bit for now. So I'll get back with you as soon as something exciting happens. Hey everybody, welcome back. We have just started our supper time activities. I got no idea what time it is, but I'm assuming since it's getting dark, it must be around 5-ish. I don't know.
5:01.
5:01. I'm a genius, or nearly a genius. But anyway, we have decided on chili dogs. Excuse me. We got chilies, we got dogs, we got some cheese. No Fritos on the place, nothing. So anyway, so we're just having regular old chili dogs, and it ain't even great chili. It's just some chili. But anyhow, that's what we're doing. Nothing fancy, just taking it easy. It got plenty chilly, and the wind picked up, so it's going to be a cool one tonight. I think we got over last night. It was pretty warm most of the night. I don't think it got below 40 degrees. I don't think it did, but it's going to tonight. I think it's going to get down in the 30s somewhere, in the early 30s. But we'll see. It ain't nothing we're not prepared for, anyhow. But we do got a lot of rain coming tomorrow, I believe, and possibly snow. So we're not exactly sure how that's going to pan out, but we'll see how it goes. I wish we were making like a big pot of scratch chili, and I could make that cornbread with them Hatch green chilies in it. Man, it'd be so good.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, that's where we're at and what we're doing, kids. We're having chili dogs for supper, and that's about the extent of it. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is about 4:30 in the morning. I've been up about long enough to get some coffee on, get this fire started, and get that lantern lit. It is pretty cool out here this morning. I don't know exactly what the temperature is, but I'm assuming it's going to get just chillier all day long. It's supposed to start raining, and then later this afternoon that rain is supposed to turn to snow. I don't have any idea if it's going to amount to any accumulation or not, but we'll see. I slept without my diesel heater on, but this morning when I woke up, there was plenty of condensation in there, so I fired up that diesel heater to dry it out. So it's over there running in my rooftop tent, and I started to. Butch has got his extra diesel heater set up in this cook shack, so I turned it on, knocked the chill off in there, and then started some coffee. But Butch still not stirring yet, so at least he'll wake up to some fresh coffee anyway. That's not all bad. Hopefully it'll be daylight sooner than later, so I don't know. I'm just going to sit out here by this fire and drink some coffee till he wakes up, and then we'll get a plan together for what we're going to do today. All right, y'all, look here what we got going. Butch is getting ready to put another pot of coffee on. I think he's got biscuits in here.
I bet I do.
Showy does. He got some biscuits going in there. Just some Wop biscuits. He was going to make some from scratch, but we didn't get to that. He's got some jalapeno spam going on the Gorilla. And I'm about knee deep in making some gravy for them biscuits. So, got my sausage going on here. I already got the flour in that sausage. Just giving that flour just a little bit to cook down so gravy don't end up tasting like glue. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at right now at this very moment in time. If you were wondering what Blaine and Butch were doing, now you know. All right, y'all, look here. Butch has finally got some more coffee done because we needed some more. Because them first two pots we had just didn't do it. There we go. Heck yeah. That'll work right there. That'll get your motor running. If that don't get your fire going, your wood's wet. There we go.
Man, I was thinking about something I was going to do.
Whew.
Oh, I know what it was.
I'm just
When
over.
they turn black, they're done, right?
Just on the bottom. They ready to come out?
They're pretty close.
This will be gravy here for too long. I just barely did get it scorched on the bottom good.
Is that all right, or you'll need?
Man, that's lovely.
I'm going to put them back in there because it's off.
Keep them warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes all the good sense in the world.
I'll set that spam in there till I
set it on fire.
Yeah, I will.
You can probably just set it on top. Probably keep it warm.
I can't even get that out, so I might as well.
That's why I don't take you anywhere nice right there, because things like that happen.
What's what I do to these eggs?
Do it. What's what I do to them spams?
Just like Mom used to throw out to the cats.
Heck yeah. Y'all are getting a behind the scenes look into our kitchen. We don't do this for everybody.
Get that fork off my damn Blackstone.
Man, you better get your spatula. Well, I put him on camera and he just head flew straight up his butt.
What day?
Woo, I don't even know. But anyway, we're trying to get something cooked in here. I don't know if it's going to make it or not, but we normally stumble through.
I thought you leveled this.
I was on the level, man. Look, why would I have this big giant level if I wasn't going to level it? Man. You know, I got a kitchen level, I got a bathroom level, and I'm on the level.
For real, though?
Yeah.
Man, if that dishwasher don't show up today, we're going to be in trouble.
Boy, don't you know we got some things to do after breakfast. Mostly dishes.
Yeah.
I got some cheese over here, too, if you think you can manage that when you got the eggs scrambled.
Throw it right down the drain.
Yeah, just open half the bag and throw it in that drain in the back.
What I do know is this ain't even really on.
Oh, it was already plenty hot. Because of your first mistake. Butch took his spam off there and he thought he was turning the fire off, but he turned it all the way up. So his griddle got amazingly warm.
It did. Don't underestimate a Blackstone.
Let me tell you what I did, kids. And I really don't like to tell stories like this on myself. But last winter when I was staying in Texas, I had this very same setup set up, but I had the screen walls in because, you know, it's warm in Texas in the wintertime. But anyway, I had gone out there about 4 or 4:30 and cooked my breakfast. When it got done, I took it inside the camper. And what I forgot to do was turn my grill off. So it burnt on probably low heat for probably 6 or 7 hours. And it didn't damage the grill at all. You didn't even know it ever happened. It had started getting dark and I went out there to cook supper and I noticed the flame was glowing underneath. I thought, man, I thought I was having a little cognitive decline, but turned out I was just made a dumb mistake. But it could have went bad, but it didn't, and I'm glad it didn't. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're on the downhill slide with these chicken eggs, bacon, or chicken eggs, spam, biscuits, and sausage gravy. So we'll get back with y'all after a while. Hey everybody, welcome back. I don't know if y'all can see it or hear it, but it has been raining for about the last, I don't know, probably last 4 hours. Seems like, I don't really know what time it is, but it's been raining pretty much nonstop and it's pretty cold out, really. We've been holed up in the cook shack over there where we got the diesel heater pumped in, keeping us warm because, I mean, fire's been able to stay going a little bit, but you know, we'd be soaked to the bone standing around that. So we just kind of been in there watching a little outdoor boys. But there's some snow coming. It's supposed to be here around 6-ish. So I don't know, that's a few hours away. So we'll see what we come up with, but not in any hurry for any snow. But we did know that there was rain in the forecast for sure. That's why we brought the Easy up, so we'd have a place to get in and cook and stuff out of the wind. But we haven't really been up to much because we just been in there held up out of the rain. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Oh, look like it's snack time. Well, I'm gonna have to let y'all go. Hey, good morning everybody. It is done got right chilly on us out here.
Bad cold.
We woke up, it said it was 25, 27 degrees with a feels like 7 with 35 mile an hour winds. And it sure feels like it.
And it's going to be that way all day, they said.
Yeah. Butch got up about 4 and hit the remote start on the diesel heater that's inside here. And it ran for an hour before I came in here. And it was still cold in here. It's just now with a hot cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Where you ain't sitting here shivering. So, I don't know. It's supposed to be this way all day. You know, it's supposed to be windy. Well,
We're about to
I
achieve
wish y'all could
liftoff.
see this lantern. I'm gonna tilt this up a little bit so y'all can see how our
Oh.
lantern is swinging from the ceiling up here because of the wind. But it's been that way since we got in here this morning, y'all. It's pretty chilly. You know, last year on our Thanksgiving camp out, it was colder, but it wasn't as windy.
Right.
The one morning when I woke up and I had my thermometer set outside my rooftop tent, and it was 11 degrees. So that was pretty chilly. But if we had this wind, then it would have been well below zero.
Oh, yeah, it's been below zero.
It's sub-zero. But it didn't get quite cold enough outside. You know, I got a case of water sitting out on the picnic table outside, and it didn't freeze it. But no, it just had a little bit of crusty ice around on the bag. It rained all day yesterday and a lot of the night. And it never did snow like they said it was going to. Or if it did, the new rain, you know, caused the snow to melt. But it's definitely probably my coldest camping trip of this year so far. But it's been exciting. We still got we got 2 more nights here. We got tonight and tomorrow night. And somewhere between now and then, we're going to cook a Thanksgiving meal. I don't know which day it is, if it'll be this evening's meal or tomorrow lunch or what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. Because that was the whole idea of this camping trip, was to do our new annual Thanksgiving meal. We started it last year. I mean, we've done a bunch of them, obviously. We're brothers.
Yeah.
We've done a bunch of them over the years.
Ain't our first Thanksgiving together.
But it's kind of fun to share them, you know.
Now, granted, I'd rather be at Nana's house for Thanksgiving, but you know, them days are over.
Yeah, them days long gone. Yeah, we're plumb out of parents and grandparents to be dealing with, but
if y'all get hungry, stop by. Really?
Yeah, come on by. We'll leave the address in the description.
Yeah, really.
And bring us some money when you come by, because this place was expensive.
Man,
you know, we've stayed here many times together and never had a problem, but this particular time, when Ranger Rick came by, well, not really Ranger Rick, he's the guy that cleans the bathroom, but he also collects the money that you put in your little envelope and put in the pedestal.
I'm saying the Ranger has to be on vacation or off hunting or something.
Yeah, he's probably hunting. But anyway, he came by and allowed that we needed to be paying double what we had paid because 2 of us are here. When, you know, obviously when we're here together, there's always 2 of us here. But he said we got 2 separate camping units, so we had to pay double. So for 5 nights, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But still cheaper than staying in the Ritz-Carlton.
Right. And your options are limited in Iowa this time of year.
Yeah, because all the good places have closed for the winter. And there's not like, you know, there's no flushing toilets here. There's no running water here other than that river that's outside.
All there is garbage cans and a pit toilet.
Yeah, which, you know, when you get ready to leave, that's kind of handy to have a place to drop your garbage off so you don't have to haul it home. But other than that, there's no really amenities here. No. Except you can hunt from this park. You can deer hunt, squirrel hunt, and fish. So it's got its upside. And, you know, we're whining about how expensive it was, but it really wasn't that expensive. I mean, it's about a 1-night stay in a hotel is what it cost, honestly. A decent, not even a mid-grade hotel.
You know, if we were staying one night, you wouldn't think twice about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't even bother you.
We paid for what?
5 nights.
5 nights, yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, leaving on 2.
Right. And this is one of the more expensive county parks, you know, for primitive camping.
And it's fairly well kept, you know.
Right. Oh, it's nice.
There's not a lot of downsides to it, minus if you're somebody who needs a shower or flushing toilets, all that stuff. You're not going to get that here, but it is pretty quiet back here. I mean, we get the occasional hunters coming through or people stopping over here to fish or people just riding through. But I mean, for the most part, it's pretty quiet, and we're not very far from a store if we need like a gas station, Quickie Mart, and a little small grocery store.
And it'd be easier to get there if somebody send us an e-bike.
Yeah, if I could get somebody to send an e-bike, just one would do, because I ride on the handlebars. I don't care.
No, hell,
in the
I ain't pedaling. I ride on the handlebars.
It's an e-bike, man. Ain't no more pedaling on an e-bike.
Wow, okay.
That would be good. But anyway, if y'all would just be kind enough to send an e-bike or a Honda Trail 125. Two of them. Yeah, we need 2. We don't need just 1.
Yeah.
I ain't riding on the handlebars of a motorcycle.
He wants a red one. I want a yellow one.
I really want an OD green one. So they do got
Oh,
an
do
OD
they?
green one, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So 2 OD green ones,
2 OD green.
in size large or extra
Yeah.
large, with mud grips. We need
Mud
mud
grip.
grips. We don't want them street tires.
And what else? That's all we need.
Oh, and some bottled propane. I mean, we
Really?
got plenty of propane, but we're probably going to have to transfer some from a big bottle to some small
Yeah.
bottles at some point in the next 2 days. So if y'all could just bring some by and do an airdrop for us, we'd appreciate that.
Yeah. I think we're good on diesel and shit like
Oh,
that.
I think so. Whatever. I think I got over half a jug right
Oh,
there.
I think I do too. I ain't filled my heater but once.
Me too. And it didn't need to be filled. So I think
I initially filled that one, didn't I?
no.
I mean, it was empty when I got here. Or
Was
did you
it?
fill it? Yeah.
I didn't do it. You put a half tank in it.
I don't know.
You didn't fill it all the way.
See, now I didn't even do my part.
See, he didn't fill it up.
I
But-
put diesel in the damn heater.
We put it in there last night, though.
We
It's a good
sure
thing we
did.
did, because we'd be standing here as frozen statues if we didn't.
I tell you what, and I don't like his government-sponsored gas jug either.
Oh, man. That's another thing. Y'all can stop by Harbor Freight and get us some gas filler necks for both
Gas
our gas
valves.
can and our diesel cans, because when the government got involved in the whole fuel can situation, they really messed it up for everybody.
They come in a 3-pack at Harbor Freight.
And I'm sure they're cheap enough.
Oh, yeah. Put it on your credit card. Hell, it don't cost nothing that way.
Yeah, y'all be sure and don't tell Butch I have a Harbor Freight credit card, because then he'll expect me to bring them next time. So if y'all could stay in front of that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to sit around here and probably drink the coffee we have and make one more pot, and then we'll think about something. That's yesterday's breakfast.
If you didn't make it to breakfast yesterday, here's your plate.
We saved some for anybody who might want to stop by. There's some Spam and biscuits and gravy on there, but hey, nobody stopped by. Well, we did have some folks stop by, but they were deer hunting. They didn't really want to stay and eat with us.
No.
But anyway, that's what we're doing, kids. Just sitting around here shivering. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is cold out here on the tundra. I thought we was just going to sit in that tent all day long and drink coffee, but nah. We had some dishes we needed to do. And then we had these 2 pots out here soaking. And the whole dishwasher setup over there was froze up. So Butch moved that inside and put it in front of that diesel heater, and then put these pots up here to get the ice out of them. I don't know if that ice on the ground there is in the shot or not, but both of them was full of ice. They froze up, so he was taking care of that. And I took the garbage off and trying to be productive out here. But it's cold. It's cold. I had to break out my long johns and some insulated pants, and I got a couple of long john shirts on. Got a base layer and then an overshirt. Got my fuzzy hat out. It's actually my wife's fuzzy hat, but she donated it to me, so it's a little warmer than that other hat I had on. So anyway, I'm relatively warm. I haven't even got my gloves out, but that's next. But we're gonna scratch around here and take care of a few things around camp. Probably cook a few things for long. I don't know what time it is because my watch went dead, and I don't know what I did with my charger. So that's just where we're at now. I don't know what Butch is doing over there. Oh, putting a battery charger on, it looks like. So I think we're about ready to fire up a generator, because I got a couple things I need to charge, because right here where we're at ain't the best place in the world to get your solar panels fired up. Butch, there's an eagle coming down the river. Look here, boy. See that eagle?
Oh, yeah.
Eagle flying right over. Yeah. Usually when we're camped here, we see some eagles, but that's the first one we've seen in 3 days, 4 days. I don't know how long we've been here, but a long time. Yeah. We were expecting snow last night. It was supposed to snow from 6 o'clock till about 11. And as far as I know, it didn't snow at all. I thought I heard something tanking on my tent, and I unzipped the door and let all my heat out and looked out there, and it wasn't nothing. It was just rain. I don't know what time the rain stopped last night, but you can't tell it by the ground, but it rained all day yesterday and a good portion of the night. there was some campers down the way here. I think they left yesterday morning first thing. And we noticed, we walked over there that they left some wood smoldering in their fire. And we decided we'd just keep an eye on it rather than hauling water over there to put it out. And when I was walking the trash down to the trash dump this morning, it's still burning. I mean, it's going good. I could have went over there and warmed my hands up probably. But we'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, we ain't going to waste water putting it out, but we won't let it get out of hand either. Anyway, that's all I know right now, other than it's cold. Y'all, we tried to get it to snow all night last night, and it wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. So now that we didn't really need it to snow, it's starting to snow. It's just flurrying now, but they've been getting a little bit heavy now and again. Y'all missed a pretty good episode. We moved the entire dishwashing station into the cook tent and tried to thaw everything out. And we had it running, and Butch was heating the water up, and a couple of guys that come by usually every day we're out here on side by side and shoot the breeze with us a little bit. They rolled up, so Butch cut the pump off. We come out and visited with them just for a few minutes. It wasn't that long. Well, what he had forgotten to do was turn the actual flame off to the coils that heat the water. Well, if water ain't coming through them, you know, it's just heating up the whole unit with no water in it, and that's a bad idea, and that's what happened. But we did recover. I don't know if we recovered fully, but we got the light back up once it cooled down, and he had to do a little trimming on the water hose and stuff because it had a meltdown. You know, the whole thing was just nearly on fire. But we got all that taken care of and got the dishes done. I don't know what time it is, but it's relatively late, early morning, and we haven't even thought about breakfast yet. We're still drinking coffee and just sitting around. And we was out here refilling the water bucket, and we noticed it was starting to snow, so I thought I would get a little clip of that, and then we're gonna get on about our business and think about what we're gonna do for breakfast, since, you know, we didn't really eat much for supper last night. I think what did we have? You had a grilled ham and cheese. Oh, we did have a hamburger. We grilled a hamburger apiece for supper. That's what we did. And we didn't make any fixings or anything. We didn't even eat a potato chip. You know, we ate a little bit of a late lunch, and then we ate a really late supper, but we just didn't need much. And that's kind of where we're at. So we're getting kind of hungry, but I don't know. I didn't really look at the weather report. I don't know if this is just going to be some snow flurries or if it's going to stick to anything or not. I know my wife sent me a picture from home this morning, and she just had a little bit of snow on the deck behind the house. So they didn't really get much to amount to anything around there either. But oh well, you know, it is wintertime now, so it's coming. It's coming. So I'm going to get back in there and probably think about what we're going to cook for breakfast. Probably make another pot of coffee. Anyway, y'all come on. Food will be ready in no time.
Man.
Hey, y'all, we done moved our operation back to the big top. We got, if it looks like the camera's shaking, because it's attached to the tent and the wind is brutal out there. But anyway, Butch just got done finishing the smoked sausage I cooked, and then he's over here burning some pancakes now. Let's see.
I was looking for that butter that's laying right there. Here's the problem, man.
Oh, them pancakes gonna be all right. But anyway, so that's what we're working with. We're gonna have some smoked sausage, pancakes, and chicken eggs, because we was fresh out of buzzard eggs.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at currently, right now, today.
You want some spray on there, or you want some more butter on there?
I believe I can work with what I got laid up over there.
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
Oh, if there's black spots on there, that's because I put it where the smoked sausage is.
Because you burnt it?
You want this?
I'm going to put a little spray on it. Yeah, if you would do this.
I have to do all the hard stuff.
Go ahead, dump them on there. Do what it is you do. He got to do all the hard stuff after he tried to burn up the dishwashing machine.
I was almost successful.
That's why I don't invite him to my house, because he tears a lot of stuff up over at his house.
You ain't kidding.
No, nothing ever worked right.
You know, we did go one whole camping trip, never set nothing on fire, never burned nothing, you know, never hurt nothing.
That's the truth right there. We didn't burn nothing. We didn't cut ourselves. We didn't Only thing we did was lose some fishing gear.
Yeah, and we did mention that this morning. We was talking about it. You know, we ain't really torn nothing up in a long time. So we walked in here and had to put on our damn subcutaneous breathing apparatus or
Sure
whatever.
Man, it was a little smoky in here because we were burning down. If it wasn't so hard to get out from under this table, I'd show y'all, but it left a mark.
You won't read the directions because we burnt them right off the outside of it.
Yeah, you won't know when it's going to be ready to be lit or too hot or any of that other stuff.
Man, oh, do we? We could put them on a plate, couldn't we?
Need to.
You know,
just any old kind of plate, you know, as long as it's paper and we don't have to wash it.
I'm trying to help you.
Man, come on. I know you're trying to help. Y'all look here at these flapjacks.
Look at that. Would you look at that?
Would you just look at it?
You want me to put some butter on them?
Oh, yeah, why not? Here, take this butter and let it be a lesson to you.
Where's the butter dish?
At home on the table. No, probably at Eileen's house because, you know, I don't have a butter dish.
We got 2 of them or 3. I don't know.
We have one at our house in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And we've had it for several years. And we put it on the table and put a stick of butter in there. And it sat there untouched for over a year. Forgot all about there was butter in there.
Well.
So that's how much butter we use.
Y'all eat too healthy for me.
You know, I will eat a little butter now and then, but I usually get that spreadable country crack made out of coconut oil instead of Old Bessie's butter.
Made out of plastic.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of butter. But I mean, I like the flavor of it, but I believe it is known to clog an artery or something. And
well,
you know,
my last nuclear stress test and MRI and CIT and WDIA and all that they gave me, it does clog arteries.
It will too. Probably ain't got nothing to do with them pork rinds we used to fry on your stovetop.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Shoot, boy.
Man, them were good.
You ain't kidding. I haven't done it. Well, matter of fact, I've only done it 1 or 2 times. That was what, probably 15 years ago. I've only done it 1 or 2 times since then, but man, they're good.
What am I thinking? You got room for another pancake. You
Sure
want them over there? Or you want to flip those over?
Put them over there. Just do that.
This is going to be the last 2, probably.
That's fine. That's probably 2 more than we really need. But,
oh, I'm sure.
Right. 3 pancakes ain't overdoing it.
No, not for healthy young men like us.
In our prime.
Man, this one was raggedy.
Man.
Let me try to even it out.
Man, I tell you what, after I flap these flapjacks over,
what are you going to do?
Take that out and put some water in it.
Oh, man.
I already know what it's going to be like.
You're just trying to make it easy.
I already know what it's going to look like later.
I'll be back. I got to go rinse the dishes.
Don't be out there saying bad words. You still got a mic on.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Did you show them the snow earlier?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I shot a little snow. Is it still coming down?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, yeah, pretty good. Sort of. You know.
All right, y'all. So we got this pancake thing. I got 4 more on the griddle. So we're going to have 3 pancakes apiece and some kind of smoked sausage. I don't know. Butch had that in his refrigerator. And then some chicken eggs and probably cheese in the eggs. But other than that, that's what we're doing now. And I still don't know what time it is from the last time I talked to y'all. But I promise you, the next video clip I do, I'll know what time it is. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cozy Kitchen. I'm just over here cooking some, well, I got some ground pork in the pot, and I'm gonna get that all cooked down and seasoned up. And then I'm gonna add a can of, well, y'all have seen this before, but you're gonna see it again. It is jalapeno and bacon pinto beans from the Serious Bean Company. And then along with that will be a can of sweet and smoky chipotle pinto beans from the Serious Bean Company. And a little sweet baby Ray Ray's, sweet and spicy. And Butch has already concocted a cornbread that has got Hatch green chilies and cheese. Got Culver Jack cheese in it. So, daggone, I just shot the paper towels over the back of the fence. Anyway, So that's what's for supper tonight, boys and girls. We've just been dealing with little different things all day. Little things here, there, the weather, cold.
Took the slumberjack down.
Took the slumberjack down because the wind was just beating it to pieces. Well, it didn't go to pieces. We didn't need it up anymore.
It was taking it down for us.
And it was making a lot of noise. So anyway, we got rid of that, and we charged up all the power stations.
Filled lanterns.
We filled lanterns. We charged up the batteries for the heater in here, and we juiced up all the diesel heaters with diesel fuel. And what we do, we just had a little light deviled egg salad sandwiches for lunch. And let's see what else. What else we do? That's about it, really. I mean, that little things like that. You know, you stay outside for a while, and then you come in and take a break from the cold and go back and hit it again. You know, so nothing really major has happened. So everything's been going pretty smooth. We're not out of nothing. We didn't burn anything all the way to the ground today. So we're doing pretty good there.
There's still time, though. We got a couple more days.
Oh, we do have time. Let's see, other than that, you know, we've just been taking it easy, which is what you're supposed to do when you're camping anyway. But really, there's a lot of things that go into it that, you know, people don't see unless you're used to doing it. And when it's a little cool outside and you like to stay comfortable, there's a few extra things you got to do. But we're getting it done, enjoying ourselves. That's about it, you know. We do got a fire roaring outside, so when you are out there having to do a little work or something, you can scooch up there next to that fire. We've been keeping it going all day. But that's really about where we're at. We're going to continue our cooking situation here, and Butch is going to dial us up a little something on the .com over here. I don't know who we're going to look at now. We did tune into a live earlier with Matt from Two Guys in the Ozarks. And it's always good to, hey Matt. It's always good to see them out there doing their thing. And let's see, who we missing? We haven't seen anything from Dish Outdoors in a little while. So, Ryan, you need to get a video out, man. We're missing some entertainment. I did notice that you had a short out there, but, you know, we're looking for a full-length video. Any day now. I bet y'all be getting some snow up in them Sierra Nevadas if you ain't already got a bunch of snow up there. But anyway, I'm going to get off here, continue to cook, and we'll get back with y'all a little bit later. Hey everybody, welcome back. We finally got a little dab of snow flurries. You can see it kind of stacked up on my truck here. Just enough to stick a little to the windshield and the hood. Didn't amount to much. We just actually got finished with supper. Man, that cornbread turned out super good, and the bean concoction was really good. We got just barely enough to cover the ground. We got kind of a smudge going on here. We've been tending this fire all day long, you know, just to keep some heat rolling through here. And I'm gonna stir that up a little bit. Needed to get out and walk around a little bit after I ate all them groceries. Good Lord. We still got a little dab of wood left. We took down the roadhouse tarp there because it was just being a nuisance in the wind. The poles, the center pole kept dropping, you know, because Butch's van is so tall, you know, you about would have to put the center pole on, you know, on top of a picnic table to get it super duper stable. And then it rained all day yesterday, so the ground got really soft and the stakes were pulling up really easy. But anyway, wasn't no big deal. We didn't need it anyhow because we got this unit. So the wind has calmed a little bit in comparison to where it's been all day. I did have my thermometer out here, but it's got some kind of issue, and I don't quite know what the issue is. but it's not working properly. But anyhow, not really much going on right now. Just take a little walk over here by the riverside and see what we can see. That's the trail that goes down to the water. Hey, I can't really see much. Let me see if I can adjust this lamp a little. Nope. Headlight ain't doing the trick today. There it is. Put it on a spot. That'll help see a little bit, but nothing major. Anyhow, I don't think the snow is going to amount to much, to be quite honest with you. It just ain't gonna. Man, I wanted that spot. Now I can't get rid of it. Well, now we got all red. Goodness gracious. Anyway, that'll change the film a little bit. Excuse me. Yep, that's like I said, kids, that's all we're up to. I guess we'll probably hang out there in the cook shack since we got the diesel heater running in there. I'm going to stoke this fire up for a few minutes, though. And we'll see what we can get into. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is day 5, and it is good and early. Got me some coffee going on here. I'm not quite sure where Butch is. I know he's awake somewhere because he remote controlled that diesel heater from the van cave. So I know he's creeping around here somewhere. Just haven't seen him. Go outside. Got a little fire going there. It's probably ready for some wood. I started this fire when I got up because it is cold. I don't really know how cold it is. Colder than I want it to be. Let's see if I can find some wood over here on the old wood pile, which is dwindling some since we've been here 5 days. But we still got enough for today. And we're going to be out of here in the morning. And I am going from here to Arkansas. Might do a little camping while I'm there. But anyway, I don't know if y'all be able to see any of these stars. Yeah, y'all can see some of them stars. It is definitely a crisp morning here. If I walk away from this fire a little bit, y'all might be able to see them stars a little better. Get over here out of that firelight. Let's see. I can see them really well. I don't know if it's going to come out on the video or not, but if it doesn't, we'll always wish it would have. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are just about to get our Thanksgiving meal preparation underway. So what I'm about to do is make me a pie crust for a blueberry pie. I got some Duncan Hines Wilderness blueberry pie filling. Y'all see that? And I got a crust over here, graham cracker crust. And then I got some Jiffy pie crust mix for the top of it. So that's what I'm about to put together right now. If I can get it open. You know, when you get old like me, your digits don't work too good anymore. I am just short of all the way handicapped, it looks like, but I'm going to only do about half of this because this makes a top crust and a bottom crust, and I don't really need all that bottom crust since I came prepared with one. Anyway, set that over there. And it said for the entire mix, 4 to 5 tablespoons of water, and since I'm only doing half and I don't have any measuring instruments, I'm just going to shoot from the hip. I think you're just supposed to whip it up until it gets sticky. So that's what I'll do. And before too long, Butch will take y'all outside and show you what he's got going on out there.
Oh yeah.
Had I thought a little bit ahead, I probably would have got my flour out.
I can run get some.
Oh, I know where it is. It's right behind me.
Oh,
This.
you've got some.
I did bring some. I just hid it under all this other stuff.
Like regular people would, you know, if they were serious about it.
You know, man of my caliber, that's why I like to have my camera when I'm cooking. That's the finest great value self-rising flour ever right there. Set this aside before I soil it with flour. Y'all can be sure I did wash my digits before I started doing this deal.
You did too, in the finest ice water we have available.
Yeah, I had to break it loose to wash my hands, but there it was.
And as luck would have it, we're leaving here tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be 30 something, I guess, for a high. But then the next day, since we're not going to be here, the high is going to be up into the 50s.
Yeah, it's going to actually get nice or decent
as soon as we leave.
As quick as we get out of here, I would imagine. But I'm pretty sure where I'm going, the weather's going to be all right.
Yes, it will.
They didn't really allow, you know,
how stiff you need it, or how.
Well, I guess I should have kind of measured that top of that pie crust, because what my intentions are is to cut it in strips and do me a lattice on top of that pie, but I don't really know. I know it ain't. I might.
My hands aren't foul. You want me to get it and hold it up there?
I probably should have made just a little more.
I don't know if you roll it out.
I guess I could use that soup can to roll it out, couldn't I?
Just what I was thinking. I was going to get this old empty rusty propane bottle over here, but
yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. But you know, these green beans, we're going to use them anyway.
Well, yeah. Got to make do, man. Look at that.
You know, Emerald Agassi told me to roll from the middle out.
Yes.
He knows some stuff. Emerald, he's smart.
And I'll tell you something else. When you're rolling it out, it starts to shrink back up when you roll. As you roll, if you let your dough rest for a second before you roll it anymore,
yeah,
the glutens do what glutens do, and then you start rolling again, and it'll stretch properly.
Well, go ahead then.
And you're not having that problem. I can clearly see that.
Yeah, Ray Charles could see that. I'm not having any problems.
Now you're gonna cut that in the strips, right?
I'm gonna strip it up, as they say. Now that I've got it, famously rolled to where it needs to be. That's every bit as big as a pie top. Let me dust my knife. Look at that. It'd be just like your grandma used to make, kids. Y'all, it ain't super pretty, but it is a camp blueberry pie. So there you go. All right, y'all, here's kind of what we got going on. In case you're just tuning in, I've got my blueberry pie in here, looking like it was made at camp, just like it was. I'm gonna close that. We'll move on down to my green bean casserole. That will be going into the oven when the pie is done. And then we'll move on down. Butch has got his yams started over here. Then I'll swing to the left. We're going to have the finest, best choice chicken naturally flavored stuffing. And then we'll go over here to the main ingredient here. This is going to be a wild turkey breast, because you know, who can afford a turkey these days? But anyway, we're going to put that on the grill. Butch is the mastermind behind that plan. And we're going to hope that all this turns out the way it's supposed to. Hey, everybody, welcome back. So this is the hot setup that we're going to use for cooking those turkey breasts over there. Butch's got some, I think it's applewood charcoal going on there, and that's what we're going to do the turkey breast on. He's marinating them in a marinade I've never used before. I've never heard of it before, but we're going to hope it's good. And you won't know the difference whether it is or it ain't, because we're going to say it's good no matter what. He is in there operating on his propane bottle. He's got a 20-pound propane bottle in there that is the absolute touchiest propane bottle I have ever seen. If you mess around and move that thing one way or another, that trips that safety valve in it. So then you got to, excuse me, take the hose back off of it, close it, let it sit, and it resets itself. And then you got to start back over. But that's what he's operating on in there. And it has turned out to be quite a lovely day compared to what we've been dealing with. At least sun's shining. It's a little warmer, but we still got that ridiculous breeze coming through here. But all in all, we probably couldn't ask for a better day this time of year for what we're doing. Hey, y'all, welcome back. We got the spread laid out. Here's our dining area. Let's get over here. We got that wild turkey breast all cut up here. And we'll just go around to the left. We got some mashed potatoes, a little stuffing. We got some gravy. We got green bean casserole. We got some yams. And that is what's for supper, people. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is another brisk morning here in Iowa on the river. This is the final morning. We got to pack up and get out of here today. It's been a lot of fun. We've been here, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, I guess. So 6 days, 5 nights. I got here on Thursday and today is Tuesday. So it is time to pack up. We got a lot of stuff to pack up. We got to get all that figured out. It's supposed to warm up pretty good here today, but I am going to be gone long before that happens. It is definitely not warm right now. I don't know what the actual temperature is, but it's under 20. I know that. So it's chilly. But it's been a good time. We've had a lot of fun. We didn't really shoot that much video just because we were just busy doing other stuff, you know, doing that kind of thing. But I do believe this is where I'm going to end this video just because we got a lot of stuff to do. So I guess I'll see y'all next time in the woods.